Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa. Hope you're all having a wonderful and creative day. And if you saw yesterday's video when I made the mosaic cards, I just wanted to show you that I ended up decorating them. I added these cards to them. Now these cards are from my freebie, watercolor floral freebie. It's a one sheet of the big pages, but just squished down into card sizes. And I thought they went beautifully with them. You get purples or oranges and greens, a bit of the purple, very pretty. And the same with this one, the blues and the pinks. Covered up some of the squares, but still you can see them peek through. So today I'm actually going to make some more of these backgrounds, but not cut them into mosaics, and use these cards to make some more journal cards because they're so pretty. And I really had fun making them. And yesterday's video kind of got a little bit of a bummer when I couldn't figure out how to cut them. But just to make the cards was definitely fun. So I'm going to make some more of those cards, and let's decorate some more of these. Now I'm going to do it a little bit different, and I'm going to base my coloring on, I'm going to pick a card and then color. Now I've done two of them already. I just want to show you what I've done, and then we'll pick another one or two to do. So for this one, this is the card I ended up coloring, and you can see I picked the colors out of here, some pinks and some purples and some blues, and it'd be kind of fun to put both directions for it. Now I haven't spritzed it with the distress spritzes yet. I'm going to do that at the end when I can do all four of them, because I probably put some of the same colors on two different ones. But and then these dried. Now something else that I kind of discovered or ran across is like for this one, I originally put a smoked gray on the bottom. What's it called? Hickory smoke. And I wasn't a big a fan with it. I thought the grays and the blues would look together, but it was a little bit muddy. And after I sprayed it with the water, I went back and found some blues, and when I colored the blue over it, it just mostly picked up the dark spots, which really tied into that. So it's kind of fun. It's something I'm going to try to do on another one, where after I spritz it and let it dry just a little bit, I'll go over with a darker color and see if it picks up, because it's kind of that oxide look. But yeah, so that was this one. And then for this one, I ended up doing this, which has some of the yellows, some of the blues, a bit of the green on the bottom, and that green did that same thing. Originally I had just done blue at the bottom, but I decided I wanted to add a little green, and after I spritzed it, and it did the same thing where it just picked up some of the dots more than the color. But those are the two that I've done so far. Fun, pretty, love them. I have done them on, the back side is colored, but the front side that I use the ink on is white. So they're thinner, the 4.5 by 6.5 kind of cardstock matte stacks that I have laying around. So any sort of, I could have definitely done white on white, but I'm okay with having this light color as the part that you would write on in the back when you put it in there. Now, I never really picked to see that that is an opposite color, which I probably should have when I did it, but I can always go back and add some coffee dye paper or something to it to get rid of it if I don't want to. This one actually works pretty good because there's a bit of orange in there, but this one kind of a bit off. I probably should have done it on this yellow one. But I wasn't paying attention. I was just paying attention to the white. But again, fixable. All right, now when I'm doing these colors, like I said, I'm going to try to pick something, one of these cards. Like I haven't done that one yet because I did this one, and pull colors off of that to make it go. So kind of doing it in the reverse versus coloring it and then finding something that will go with it. And then I also found this, which has these are from a little bit thicker cardstocks, which I thought had some great colors in there too. So I think I'm going to base my artistry on these two focal points. And I also pulled, I have got the big inks that I've been using for these that my friends gave me, but I also remembered, I don't know why I didn't remember, but I have these small packages that have a bunch of different colors in there also. So I pulled those aside, and I ended up getting a whole bunch more of these guys because I pulled them out of the bottom. So I'm just set, as they say, right now with colors to do this. Okay, so let's start with that is the focal point. And I definitely think I want to do some sort of yellow. And I do have a dried marigold in this, which is kind of an orangish yellow. I think I'm going to try this one first. And so I need like an orange. Okay. This is technically the top, but I'm going to start at the bottom just because it's easier to do this. And I found that if I go a little farther than I want to and then start the next one, I get more of an overlap that way. All right, dried marigold, and I would definitely want something in the red family. And I do have crackling campfire, which is an orange red if I recall correctly. So let's do this one. Yeah, definitely an orange red. Very autumny too. All right, and definitely want some sort of green. And I think I'm gonna do a lighter green or a brighter green. I'm gonna do this peeled paint. I have this old paper, but I'm pretty sure old paper does not do a very green color. Maybe it does. This is also going to have some other green ink in there. All right, so my thought is on this, because that is a light green, is after I spritz this and let it dry for a minute or two, that I'm going to I'm going to put a darker, brighter green on there as a highlight. All right, so we're going to start by trying to blend it a little bit with the paper towel. And I don't know if it does too much. It knocks a bit of it off, but all right, I'm going to save that, and we're going to throw some spritz on it, and we're going to let that oxidize while we pick the other colors. Like I said, then I'm going to come by with a little bit darker green for that one. All right, for this one, I think I want a brighter, I'm going to do a brighter yellow. So I have, this is mustard seed. Probably should have got rid of this piece of paper. It's a bit wet. All right, we're going to go up a little farther. Okay, and I do want to do this peachy-ish color, and I do have this saltwater taffy that's kind of peachy. I think we'll do this one, peachy pink. See if I can blend a little bit of the yellow with the peachy pink saltwater taffy. I also have, all right, and then I wanted to go into a blue, and I think, let's see if we can go with, let's go with ocean, salty ocean. Trying to see if there's another, that's gray. Make sure this, we got a blue, that's good. Let's flip it around. Now you can kind of see there was a wettish puddle, and that's what I'm talking about. It picks up that color a little bit different when it's a little bit wet. So we'll do this with the lighter blue, and then we'll come in with a bit of green at the bottom, I think. After this is spritzed. Okay. All right. We'll let that dry. My next investment is going to have to be one of those dryers. Yeah, definitely getting dry and definitely getting fun with that. And I still got to do the spritz on it. But all right, so this one I wanted to add a bit of green to. And I know for a fact that that is a bright green. So this is Mowed Lawn. You can tell that I was doing it, like, I gotta hold on to my fingers while I do this. I don't want to leave swirls necessarily. Look how pretty that is. Very fun. Just gotta go up the side a little bit. Yep, I love it. All right, so that is the mowed green. And for this one, did I want to add green to this one too? Maybe I do. Let's get that mowed green back. So fun, right? All right. Do I dare put some green on this side? Oh, fun. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. All right, so let's get that one away, and all right, so that's gonna go with that one. Look how fun that's gonna be, and this one is gonna go with that one. How fun is that? I also found this that I could put with it, and that'll be very cool. Okay, so let's get those out of the way, and I'm gonna get these out of the way. I'm going to get the original two, and we're going to get some spritz sprays to spray with them. So I'll be right back with those. All right, I am back for this one, and I have picked fossilized amber for the opposite yellow, and I've got peeled paint for the green, which I'll probably put up there. No, put the blue up there. Peacock feathers, green in the middle. Okay, got my pseudo spray booth here. It's really seen its fair share of fun. Okay, so this top one is going to be the peacock feathers, and I think I just need a little bit of a shake. Yep, not too bad. All right, and never use it. Okay, sprayed more of that up there, but that's okay. All right, peacock feathers there. And we'll do a little bit of the green in the middle. That was the peeled paint, and we're gonna flip it around, and we're gonna do the yellow up there. Okay, this stuff really dries quite quickly, I've noticed. You can see it just kind of, maybe it's just the paper, but it just absorbs into it and leaves that beautiful glow to it. And that will be what ends up going on there. Okay, next one is this one. All right, so for this one, I have picked raspberry, which is gonna go up top. And then I've got two purples, Wilted Violet and Villainous Poison, and I think I'll do the Wilted Violet. And then I got Tumble Glass for the blue for the opposite. Okay, so we're gonna go with pink for the top. This is going to be pretty, I have a feeling. Okay. Very sparkly. All right, and then we're going to go. All right, I'm going to put the, I think I'm going to put the blue. No, I'm going to put the purple. Okay, and the blue somewhere in the middle. Ooh, interesting. Can't really see that too much, so I'm gonna put a couple drops out there. There we go. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so those are those two to the side. Now, this one, I have mowed lawn, which would be green, and then I have spice marmalade orange, and then that yellow one, the fossilized amber, go in the middle. Okay, I think these, I gave them a shake before, but they settle pretty quickly. All right, so we're going to do the green on the top. And the spice marmalade orange on that side. And yellow. Where'd my yellow go? Oh, there it is. And, ooh. And some yellow. More of a gold, fossilized amber. Definitely more of a gold tone to it. Okay. Got quite the little thing going here, but so pretty. All right, last one. All right, this one I found, I got cracked pistachio for the green. I put that in the middle. And then I've got uncharted mariner, which is a blue. Probably put that at the top. And then I've got the saltwater taffy, which I'll probably put at that top. So, all right, so let's get these two. Saltwater taffy. A little bit more spritzy. Let's add a couple drops. Okay. I don't mind that. All right, now for this other side, we're gonna do, let's do the mariner, the blue. Okay. That one came out fairly largely. And then cracked pistachio, the green, in the center. Okay. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to let these dry and clean up my mess, and I will be back so we can add the embellishments to it. All right, I am back. So these cards have dried, and I pulled together some ephemera ideas for decorating these journal cards. So we'll just get to it. They're still a little roundish, but I think they'll be able to get fine in the end. All right, so I have this. This is actually a sticker. It's got some nice green color. I thought would be a nice base for this. And I got a couple tickets that have some green, as well as the labels that I have. That might be a little too big. These little tidbits. like that, because there's a very pretty area. Again, it's probably hard to see. Oh, I got this washi tape too. Put that on the bottom. It's probably hard to see on camera. I was looking at the video from yesterday with the mosaics, and some of that spritz just doesn't show as much as I think I would like it to show. But in real life, it is beautiful. Okay, I have gone and inked this stuff already, just to save some time, just to get to the fun part of decorating. Yeah. Oh, I lost my glue. It's right in front of my face. Oh, that was really stuck. There we go. So I definitely have been having fun. Oh, I want to put this above it. Playing with these distress ink things, the pads and the spritzes and the sprays. Definitely fun. And I've kind of not come to the conclusion, but I've been thinking about this lately. Is I used to, when I kind of started this out, it seemed like I kind of like the grungy vibe, that Tim Holtz vibe, and I still like it. And but I have noticed that I seem to have gone and started getting a little bit brighter. I don't know if it's because I'm doing these color journals, or I mean, when I scrapbooked, I mostly used brighter colors when I was doing, you know, my son's younger age, yeah, and holidays and, you know, photos and stuff like that. So, and that's a lot of the papers I have are left over from that. So I don't know if I'm just kind of not reverting back to that, but kind of leaning into that fact that I don't seem like I'm leaning toward that grungy vibe as much as I used to. I mean, have you started with one vibe and kind of lean to another one now? I mean, it seems like, oh, I really like that. That's pretty. Yeah, I think that's too much. And I think I'm just going to put there we go. I forgot it had pink on the back. Yeah, it's cute. Like I said, I hope you can see. And the blue up there against the yellow. I love it. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, let's move to the next one. And I just kind of have them laying here. So we're going to go, not necessarily in any particular order, but go from there. All right. I have a feeling if these are a little too roundish, that I might end up having to put some paper on the back just to kind of balance it out. But look how pretty that pink is on that green. Fun. I love it. All right, so we're going to put you on there. And I think that flower needs to go up. These can kind of go any direction. I don't mind if I have to cut that off. I have some map tape here. All right, I think I'm going to put the map tape right around there. And then this can kind of rest on it or lean on it. All right, let's do that. Sometimes I just have to put one down and then the rest kind of fall into place. All right, so put that there. Kind of surrounded by the dots and all the colors. I mean, even just that alone is pretty. All right, so you're gonna go this way. And it's a little thicker cardstocky chipboard piece. This is from Hobby Lobby. Got a couple packs from them. All right, I'm gonna trim that off. I mean, I technically don't have to use everything I pulled, but all right, we're going to put these two down here. There we go. Whoops. Pulled half the paper off. Okay. All right, I think I like that down there. Okay. The putting of the stuff on top seems to have also added a bit of stability to the card, making it a little flatter too, which has helped. I love it. Okay, next one. All right, let's get this washi tape out of the way and some of my garbage out of the way. All right, so for this one, I was thinking about putting on top of the tag this ticket down here. I do have this. All right, so do I put this up? No, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna keep that sideways like we had. Okay. Should that go on top of it? Yeah, it'll go on top of it. All right, let's glue this down. Yeah, so I think I said it before, is these cards came from my freebie, my floral watercolor freebie. That's on my Ko-Fi account. So if you haven't checked that one out yet, put this over a little bit. Go ahead and do that. But again, to make these cards like this one, I just found a focal point that I wanted to use and then built the base color pad around that. It's kind of like when they say and people make this mistake a lot, when they're trying to paint a room or something. And I kind of learned this when we first bought our house 20 plus years ago. We had built it, so everything was blank walls, the white walls, no drapes, no I mean, we had some furniture from our other house, but our other house was smaller, so we had to add furniture and pretty much like almost start from scratch, but not really, but almost. And a lot of people would, you know, pick the paint color because they liked, you know, a specific paint color, and then try to match, you know, carpeting that goes with it or furniture that goes with it. And it's very hard to do that because, you know, there's 14 kinds of rug colors out there maybe. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but really, if you like a style of carpeting, and there's, you know, a couple shades of it. And, you know, you look at a couch and there's a few fabrics you put on there, or, you know, art or something. So if you find that kind of piece that you like, to find the paint that goes with it is so much easier because they can mix any color paint they want. You know, look at a paint wall. There's hundreds of them, and there's even some places that you can bring in, you know, a pillow, and they'll scan a color on the pillow and match the paint to that. So you kind of back into the paint, and then the paint goes with it, versus trying to find, you know, paint your room, you know, light blue, because you like that light blue, but then trying to find all the stuff to go with it, a pillow that has that same light blue or close enough, or, but if you start with the pillow, paint's easier to do. So this is kind of the same theory, is start with your focal point, your couch, your, you know, furniture, and then you build the wall around it to match, versus vice versa. Now, a lot of times you can have the wall and find something to go with it because it's junk journaling, it's eclectic. But if you really want to kind of emphasize what you got, doing it this way is a great idea for it. So I'll get off my decorating soapbox. I didn't go to decorating school, so it really is my opinion. There should be, you should have a disclaimer going across the screen. Opinions expressed in this film are only based on the person who did it. They're not based on the station. Okay, last one. And let's get this a little bit straighten out more. All right, so we've got this pretty one and a green ticket and an orange. Should I put green on the bottom? No, I think I like it that way. Okay, I think I should get another tidbit like this for this. All right. I got some balloons that got color, so let's do that. We're gonna put this down first, and then we'll put the washi tape on the bottom of it. I feel like this is upside down. I don't think it really has a right or wrong way. I think it could be both ways. All right, we're gonna put the washi tape balloons on there. I think I'm just going to drop down the green ticket a little bit so we show the balloons. This is I'm not sure where I got this pack of stickers from, but it's funny. It's a Disney. It's hard to see, but it's a Disneyland ticket, and it is an F ticket. And anyone of a certain age who went to Disneyland knows, pretty sure, unless I'm wrong, that the E-ticket was the good ticket. An E-ticket ride. So to fake this, they probably changed it to F. Okay. All right, we're gonna put, oops, ripped it. Oops, ripped it again. These tickets are really thin. They're, let's see, that goes on top. They're a washi tape, So they are really thin. You can still see between them or through them. Versus these chipboard numbers. I think the link is still on my Amazon below. I love those numbers. They're so nice and thick and stickers and so easy. All right, I definitely need a tidbit number there, which I had not pulled out. Let's see if we can find one to go there, but maybe not numbers, maybe words. All right, I don't want blue. An excursion? I could do an excursion. Yeah, I don't want numbers because there's a lot of numbers on there. And most of these things have, if they have a word, they also have numbers. Let's go with that. Oops. All right, we're just going to trim this a little bit, make it a little more even on the ends, and nip the corners and ink it. And I think we're going to be done with this. Yeah. Well, I had fun making these cards for sure, and I hope you enjoyed watching me make these, and maybe we'll play a little bit. If you've got some distressed inks, play with your stuff. I really kind of was intimidated, afraid to play with them. So it really is just kind of getting out of your comfort zone and playing with the stuff, because in the end, if the card was ugly, I could have thrown it out. It's a piece of paper, right? Now, of course, mine's a little different because you see everything that I do. If I wasn't filming it, no one would know if I made a really ugly thing and threw it away. Yeah, that one came out nice too. Well, I do definitely like these. I think they're very pretty. Moving them on in. Okay. Well, that is going to be it for me today. I think the next video I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to put together my purple journal. I think I need to get the signatures in there and get my free digital that I just posted a couple days ago, get that in there. So again, check out the coffee account, Floral Digital, if you haven't gotten that, and also the purple digital is out. If you haven't seen that, that got dropped a couple days ago. Okay, that's going to be it for me today. Thanks so much for stopping by, and as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye for now.